Welcome in world of technology. HTC U11 Life Review. The HTC U11 Life is a smart trimming down of the HTC U11 that gets you most of the highlights at a lower price, but other phones offer more for a similar amount of money. HTC U11 Life price and availability. The HTC U11 Life costs $349, £349, around $460 Australian, half the price of top-end alternatives and a lot less than the full-fat HTC U11. It sees it rub shoulders with the likes of the Honor 9, Moto X4, Sony Xperia XZ1 Compact and Samsung Galaxy A5. These are some seriously strong mid-range contenders which ensure the U11 Life won't have an easy ride. Key features. There are two main ways to view the HTC U11 Life. It's a much cheaper alternative to the original HTC U11 that gets you a roughly similar experience, with some parts cut down to lower costs. It's also an Android One phone in most regions, meaning it uses the standard Android interface, making it a little like a Google Pixel phone not made by Google. Core elements it inherits from its bigger, more expensive brother include a shiny, curved rear and pressure-sensitive sides that enable gestures not seen in other phones. This is HTC's attempt to stand out. It may not change how you use a phone, but HTC has made it customizable enough to let you dig deep and make the feature your own. Design. From arm's length, the HTC U11 Life looks a lot like the normal U11, which is a more expensive phone. The back is curved and shiny, reacting to light as if the stuff gets it excited. The HTC U11 Life's build is pleasant enough, though. HTC has made sure there are no hard, flat surfaces. Everything is smooth and curvy, while the ultra-accessible 5.2-inch screen welcomes hands of all sizes. Some versions of the HTC U11 Life have an excellent 64GB storage too. Ours has just 32GB, but buy from HTC and you get 64GB. Ours is the European model, where the United States and United Kingdom get the 4GB RAM or 64GB edition. One omission may kill the appeal of the HTC U11 Life for some of you, though. It doesn't have a headphone jack, just a USB-C port. A reasonable pair of USB-C earphones is included, but there's no 3.5mm adapter. Screen. The HTC U11 Life has a smaller, lower resolution screen than the U11. However, it's a punchy display that, in most conditions, doesn't look much worse than any phone out there. It's a 5.2-inch 1080x1920 Super LCD. There's not too much brightness loss at an angle, and color is well saturated without looking overdone. The image also appears very close to the top surface, a sign of an advanced super thin screen architecture. Battery life. The HTC U11 Life has a 2600 mAh battery, smaller than those of the Moto G5S Plus, the Honor 9 or the Moto X4. Camera. The HTC U11 Life is one of the best arguments for computational photography you'll find. In certain conditions, the results it can pull out of what appears to be a somewhat unremarkable sensor are, well, remarkable. Its dynamic range optimization is at times staggeringly good, with shadow detail when shooting right into the sun similar to what you might see in shots taken with an APS-C camera. For the non-photography nerds out there, this is kind of sensor used by compact system and DSLR cameras that cost up to $1,000 or £1,000. Look a little closer and you can see some of the limitations of the hardware, though. The HTC U11 Life has a 16-megapixel sensor, and while HTC hasn't announced the exact sensor used, it's almost certainly one with smaller sensor pixels. Up close, fine details have much less integrity than those of the best 12-megapixel sensors. At pixel level, images look simultaneously soft and a little noisy, even in daylight. Interface and reliability. The HTC U11 Life runs Android 8.0 and is one of the first phones to be part of the Android One program. This means it uses the standard Android interface rather than HTC Sense, the custom look seen in the original HTC U11 and most other HTC phones. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe this channel. See you next time on the other R videos.